I would say looking at it like from the whole businesses that didn't like you have to be willing to evolve. You know what I mean? With anything and be open-minded. Different scenarios, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
And look for the positive, or look what you could do with anything, even if it's not a whole country or a whole city disaster. Like even if your world is fucking crashing down, don't look at it like it's going down. Look at how can you bring it back up.
Yeah.
Like what can you do for the positive?
Yeah.
What can you do? Not it sounds stupid, but it's like we're trained. Our brains are like trained to always look at the worst, the negative. What's going down?
Yeah.
When the ship's going down, you're like, fuck, it's going down. Instead of figuring out how you get the water out, you stay there watching the water just fill up the boat, instead of trying to do something about it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Thank you guys for checking us out. We got the Savage Squad in the house. We got my boy Lupe right here. We got my mama right here, Mama Sunshine. You gonna say hi? How you doing, guys?
Hola, hey, everybody.
So, thank you guys for checking it out. Thank you guys for commenting, liking everything. We hope we are like adding some type of value, changing your guys' perspective on some of the stuff, changing how you guys think. We want you guys to, adapt the Savage mindset, even if it's not all the way, even if it's little by little. So today we're gonna talk about kind of history, right? We're gonna talk about past. We're gonna go way back. What was it, 4 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
4.5? Almost 5?
Almost 5.
Right? Almost 5.
Yeah, so we want to talk about a time in history that affected everybody, every one of you guys, and us too. COVID, how it affected us, what we felt, how we came out of it, what our biggest fears were about it. Well, before we get into that though, how are you doing? My bad.
I'm doing great.
Great?
Yeah. He said great, like Tony the Tiger.
I know, huh?
You
I
should
need
say like
some
that.
of that.
Great.
Great.
Nah, but he didn't sound convincing.
I know. He just said great.
I'm
Should
doing
say
great.
Great.
No, I'm
Put
doing
some emotion into it.
doing great.
Some passion.
Oh, his head went back.
Yeah, but
Great.
that was me being passionate, bro.
Yeah. He said.
No, I'm good.
great.
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about yourself? How you doing?
Good. Better.
Better?
Yeah. Better than yesterday.
Oh, okay.
How are you doing? Sunshine.
Oh.
No, you.
I'm moonshine, bro.
Oh, sorry, moonshine.
Nah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Can't complain, honesty. The fucking weather's perfect. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. A little tired, but I mean, it's all good.
Today's
what I mean?
nice, actually.
It's perfect, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I can't complain. I'm not in jail. Nobody I know is in the hospital right now. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Yeah.
you put stuff into perspective. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about COVID. We're all doing good. Everything's doing good. We're gonna talk about COVID, how it affected us. Yeah. So you want to start? Or you want to start, Lupe?
Go ahead,
Or
Lupe.
should I start?
Go ahead, Lupe.
I gotta start.
Yeah.
Rock paper
You
scissors.
get to start.
Rock paper scissors? No. I guess not. No rock paper. I don't know. I don't know. COVID.
So what was your first thought when you first heard of it?
Bullshit.
Is this a scam or what? Or just some fake?
No, I called bullshit on it. Like I heard about it, but I didn't.
What'd you hear about it? From TikTok or some shit? Or?
No, because that's when TikTok was barely kicking off.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because of COVID, TikTok kicked off.
Yeah.
But no,
Was it online or from people or the news?
it was the
TV?
news. It was the news. A lot of the news. I remember hearing about it. That COVID this, COVID that, and I was like, oh, just, and they're like, oh, the numbers are going up, and everyone's like, oh, it's just the flu, and I was like, it's just the flu, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, BS, this is BS, and then like I remember I was working at the schools, and then like it slowly kind of started trickling into to our area, like, hey, the school districts are shutting down. I'm like, no, they're not, and they're like, yeah, they are, and then like it went like one district shut down, then the next school district shut down, then the next one, and then the big one, LA Unified, shut down, and then that's like when everybody shut down, like that's when all the school districts started shutting down. They're like, oh, we're gonna shut down for I think they said like for over the weekend or something like that. It was like over the weekend. We're gonna shut down over the
It was
weekend.
Christmas break, no? Was it Christmas break?
No, it was after that. No, because remember, we were way past that.
Yeah, you're
It
right.
was I think it was gonna be. We're close to spring break. I think it
It
was.
was some type of break.
Yeah, yeah. So I remember that, and then we were just like, what? I'm like, everyone's like, yeah, they're shutting down. We're shutting down for a couple of days, and I'm like, they're just trying to like figure out what's going on, like nothing crazy. And I remember telling the kids saying, oh, we're never gonna see you again. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna see me Monday. Yeah, I'll see you guys Monday. Oh, fucking Monday never fucking came.
It came, but you just didn't see
Yeah, I
it.
never saw them again. That shit was crazy. It was crazy, and I said it was crazy watching it, like how it took
It
effect.
actually happening.
Yeah, and I think like I said, it affect like the way I saw it was because again, it was like one school district shut down, the next, and then all of a sudden like
It was like surreal.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
we
It was
shut
like-
down, and I'm like, what?
But before all that, I think, because when I first heard about it, I didn't know what it was. I didn't even watch the news or nothing. Somebody
Yeah, me
told me,
neither.
and
I
I
think
was
it
like,
was me.
coronavirus? No, somebody, because I got sick, I think, a couple of weeks before.
Oh,
And somebody said, you got coronavirus, but I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like Corona the beer. I'm like, coronavirus? What the fuck? Like, nah, I don't know.
Modelo Time,
Huh?
like Modelo Time.
Yeah. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. But then after I started hearing about it, and then you start hearing about China's blowing up, whatever, and then you hear of, what is it, like, what is it? People getting it in California.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Getting, well, not diagnosed. What is it, like? Diagnosed? No.
yeah, they were being diagnosed with COVID. Having
Yeah.
COVID.
And then it's like, oh shit, it's in California, like crazy. It's in the U.S. now.
Yeah,
And then like maybe a couple days later, or I don't know, a week later or something, then it's like California, then it's Fontana. And then once it's
Well, then
Fontana,
you start hearing people
once
of
you hit
other people
Fontana,
knowing
you're,
each other.
you're like, oh dang, Fontana. The number's this, and then it goes up to 20, 30,
Mhm.
40, 300, 1,000. And before that, then like you said, then it starts shutting down.
yeah.
And then people you know have it.
Mhm.
or
and that-
people you know. Like
Yeah.
maybe nobody. Like for me, it wasn't people I knew, like directly, but it was like somebody I knew
So-and-so,
knew somebody.
family member.
Yeah, somebody's family member, somebody so and so. And then I was like, oh shoot! But it's just the fact that you still were connected some kind of way where you knew that other person, and I was just like, oh dang.
Like it slowly started getting closer to people you
Yeah.
know.
It started getting realer and
Started
realer,
getting
where it's
real.
like, okay, this is different now. It's not just, it's somebody that you know that has it. So like you said, if you think it's fake, or I mean, maybe I thought too at times it was fake, but it's like, oh no, it's just, you know somebody that knows somebody that has it.
Yeah,
Okay. And then you still don't take it serious. I don't know. I still didn't take it serious until the school shut down.
yeah.
When the whole world shut down, that's
yeah,
when it was
that's
like,
when,
holy fuck,
yeah.
what the fuck?
yeah,
This is going down. The way I seen it was like, this is going down the history books, bro.
yeah. And like I said, it was for us. I think it was like a bigger thing too because we were during the school year. Like when do you hear schools get shut down like that? I mean, at least in California because we don't get snow or hurricanes, so we don't see shutdowns like that often.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, it was weird. Like it's just how it just no kids showed up the next Monday, and I was like, actually no, I lied. I had one kid show up. One kid showed up, and he had no idea what the fuck was going on. But and we had to explain to him, hey, there's a pandemic, you can't be here. But
And
It
it
was-
was crazy too. All the businesses, bro.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about, you drive down the highway or freeway, it's
Yeah.
like
the
nobody.
streets were empty.
yeah, streets were empty. Yeah,
It was empty, like something you see in a movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
a
was
ghost town.
crazy. Yeah.
It was like, it still felt surreal. Like, what the hell? I still didn't even take it serious, bro. In my head, I couldn't even get COVID. I was, you know me.
yeah,
I was like, no, never wearing a mask.
yeah. I remember that. Yeah,
I was like, I ain't gonna get no COVID. Even when people around me did get it, I don't know. I just felt like I couldn't get it.
yeah. No, and it was for me. It was also too crazy because like the kids stopped showing up, but the workers were still showing up. Remember,
Yeah.
we still had like teachers and staff and everybody showing up. Like we were still showing up, and then like they started sending people home.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can't be here. Oh, hey, you guys are gonna go home. And slowly different sections started like shutting
Different
down. Like
departments,
yeah,
yeah.
departments. Unless you were an essential worker out here, over here. So we never got to go home
Yeah.
or like stay at home. So I guess that maybe like seeing that was like a big, I don't know, like a big shock, I guess,
Yeah.
because you went from like I said having fully staffed, 1,500 kids.
Interaction with
Yeah,
people.
1,500 kids at your school site, and then you went down to
Interaction
like
and all kinds of stuff going on.
yeah, you went down to like 50 staff members, and all of a sudden you're down to like 5 people at the whole campus. Tell me it wasn't just like 5 people at the campuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was crazy. Like, so I'm like, what the fuck? Where's everybody at? And everyone started wearing face masks. You didn't know who the fuck was who. You're like, who's that? I don't know. And then I don't know. It was just yeah, it was
And then a bunch
Surreal.
of inaccurate news. A mask is gonna make it spread more, and then a mask isn't, and then you need a specific mask. Then you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Then
Yeah.
you can wear a
Oh, yeah.
bandana, but then you can't. You have to have the N95, and it doesn't matter. All the hand sanitizer, people going crazy for it. People
Yeah.
making their own. People like, hey, I
Selling
got
it, like,
like
for,
what
I
is
don't
it?
know how much.
Price gouging on
Oh,
toilet
yeah.
paper, bro.
That's
Like,
right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I remember the toilet paper.
Toilet paper and water.
Yeah. What about you? What was your first thought?
That was my thought. It was
Is
like
it the same?
yeah, it was the same. To me, it's like I would hear about it like on the social platform, and then other people talking about it. I'm just like whatever. I didn't really think nothing of it. But then yeah, once the
Once you started
schools
knowing.
start shutting down,
Yeah.
then that's when I was just like, oh shit, like they're really shutting down around us.
Hmm.
Like, damn, are we gonna shut down too? Like, and then yeah, then once we shut down, I was like, oh dang, like that's when it was like, dang, this shit is real. Like when have you ever known us to shut down? So that was like,
The world.
yeah,
Yeah. And then it was like it started with the week, and then it went to like week by week, and then all of a sudden, hey, we're not coming back the
To
whole school year.
further
So
notice.
further notice.
That's what it was, bro. It's
Yeah.
to further notice.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What do you guys think is the most challenging? Was the most challenging for you guys? Like for you guys specifically.
The isolation.
'Cause
yeah.
Even the
I
gyms,
think
even
missing,
the gym shut down.
I
Yeah, the
think
isolation.
missing the
Mine didn't.
routine.
Mine wanted our money.
Huh?
Mine didn't. Mine wanted our money. But I think it was the isolation, like the separation of people.
Yeah,
Cause
a routine, the whole routine of, you know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, for me, like I said, I think it was like just, or I think for everybody, it was just the isolation. We went from always like seeing people, like you said, to like
Yeah.
everyone was separate and like, oh, you can't be. What was it like more than a certain?
Oh, yeah.
it was
A
more
certain amount of people
of
in a
people,
group.
and then you had to be like 6 feet apart. I remember in the campus. Remember they had us going around putting stickers all over the place, like 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart, and like.
And even when you went to like the stores, they even had the things 6 feet apart.
yeah.
They even in the markets and stuff they had it.
Yeah, and it's funny because I remember we go to the like my brothers and Angie would be all going to the store right when it was still kind of trickling in the COVID, and we start coughing and we'd be goofing around like
everybody looking like-
no, we'd be like COVID, right? It was at first it was a joke, and then like it hit, and then it was like I don't even want to cough, like I'm over here holding in my cough because I know it's not COVID, but now it's not a joke no more.
Yeah.
And I remember that I was like, oh shit, like it's not a joke no more. If you cough, people really thought you had COVID.
Yeah.
They looked at you funny, they walked away from you, like.
You're a contamination walking around.
Yeah, but like I said, I think the whole social isolation from people was, I think, one of the biggest challenges during COVID, because like I said, a lot of people weren't used to that, and as humans, we're social. Well,
Yeah.
most
We're built to
yeah,
be.
most humans are social. They want to interact with each other, like this, or some type of interaction. That shit got shut down. Like you said,
it was just phone, right?
phone,
online.
FaceTime. That's when Teams got big. Like a lot
Zoom
of
and all
FaceTime.
that.
Yeah, I mean, it was known, but it wasn't like used as a like
as often.
yeah, it became like this huge thing. Like, and if you didn't and if you weren't on that, you were behind. Like
Yeah.
you were behind on everything. If you didn't, like for the people that never wanted to have a camera phone or whatever, like one of the smartphones, now they were forced to get a phone, but they're already behind.
Yeah.
And then I remember like a lot of the school districts weren't prepared for like that mass
Online learning.
online learning. Like they were playing catch up the whole time. Some of the people didn't even have laptops.
Yeah.
Like for our
Or
district,
Wi-Fi at home, they had to give them the hotspots too.
but even then, like for our district, they didn't even have laptops. I mean, like we had laptops ordered that we were originally gonna already give to the students, like to have them like have laptops of their own. But we ended up having to speed up the process. But other school districts hadn't started that, so they were trying to play catch up, trying to get laptops. Like, oh, we got to get laptops from here, but then we had the whole shutdown with like we weren't importing anything.
Yeah.
So and it was like that was tough. Like I said, I think that was tough, and like I said, a lot of people were playing the catch up game with the whole like they were isolated. And again, if you're the older generation that never wanted a smartphone, now you're like, oh shoot, like you're like completely out of touch with the world, apart from what you were watching in the
Yeah.
news. So I
Or
think,
even if you're like a family that stops by and visit each other,
yeah,
you can't even like, it's just like pulling up to the house and being like, hey,
yeah,
just checking on you. I left something on the porch, or you know what I mean?
yeah,
I stopped by, went to the market, drop your stuff on your porch so you can get it when I leave.
yeah. Oh, I saw you on my Ring camera. Like you passed by. Oh yeah, I just dropped this off. Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
wild. That was wild.
For me, that wasn't too challenging because I'm pretty good in isolation or with limited social contact. I'm pretty. After maybe a while, it started messing with me, but not even too bad because I mean we still live together, so I still had somebody. You know what I mean? It wasn't completely like solitary, so I'm fine. But for me, the most challenging part, like you kind of said, was the routine and slacking off. Like it was so easy to slack off on shit.
yeah,
It was so easy to go on your phone, just fucking get sucked into social media, or like I watch videos
you weren't
on
into,
YouTube.
you weren't into social
But
media
YouTube.
yet. Yeah,
That was my social media.
Yeah.
I would just watch videos all fucking day,
yeah.
and to get sucked in and I wouldn't even get ready for the day. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You just lounge around in your lounge around clothes, and then you eat whatever. You're not working. You're not moving. You're putting on fucking weight. So for me, that was the most challenging part. Was my discipline knife was getting dull, and I didn't even know it. And everybody else's either was already fucking dull, or they didn't even have a fucking discipline knife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like, and then I still like, you know, I'm gonna stay focused. I'm gonna stick on it. But like after time, I just kind of stopped. I stopped with the diet for sure. I was even worried about, because you go to the market, there wasn't even fucking chicken.
No.
So it's kind of like, well, what the fuck's going on here?
So I remember when I was cleaning out the pantry, remember?
Yeah.
I had everything out the pantry and you walked in and you're like, what the hell's going on right now? But it's because I was bored. And I was trying to find something to do, or I'd move the furniture around.
Yeah.
Just trying to do something because I'm just like, oh my God, like,
Trying to be productive.
yeah, trying to find something to do.
For me, like I said, that was the most challenging. Like, it was just crazy. And then the paranoia. Because I heard a lot of people breaking into houses, a lot of people stealing, a lot of people looting, a lot of people
Yeah.
doing like a lot of criminal activity, you know what I mean? Because everybody's desperate now for all kinds of stuff, and I don't blame them, you know what I mean? For me, the paranoia, knowing like, is somebody gonna break in the house?
Yeah.
Is somebody gonna try to steal my freaking gas or my toilet paper, whatever it may
Shit,
be?
your fucking dog.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is somebody gonna try to steal your food, or somebody gonna try to steal your resources?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then even the police, like, they weren't even pulling people over. They were even people who didn't have violent criminal charges or whatever. They were letting them go early.
Oh yeah. I
You
remember
know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was crazy. They were probably understaffed too, bro. So it's like, well, what the fuck? They didn't want to deal with people because they didn't want to get COVID. So unless they had to,
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
would.
yeah.
So to me, the paranoia started getting to me. Like, damn, what's gonna
yeah.
happen? And I've always been that prepper kind of end of the world type. So I'm thinking, shit, what if she doesn't go back to normal? What if there was a lack of a food shortage too for a minute?
Shit. Yeah, not even that. Like, even like ammo prices were off the hook around that time too. So
Yeah.
I remember everybody started flooding the store. Remember we
Yeah.
ended up going to the store and either there was no ammo, or if there was ammo, it was
Pricey.
expensive,
Yeah.
like expensive. And I remember like even like it's still I think it's barely coming back down to normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you could have, and if you did find something, it was not for what you needed. It was for like those like fucking
Hunting rifles.
yeah,
or
like
something?
like guns that you don't see that often. You
Yeah.
know, shit. I think that's probably when the most people bought their most guns.
That too.
Yeah.
Well,
I
at
knew-
the whole country, the whole world, but like
Yeah.
for sure the country, everybody who wasn't a gun owner, all of a sudden became one.
Became
Yeah.
a gun
All of
owner.
a sudden, somebody wanted some type of. They realized you're your only protection in this world.
Yeah, yeah, I think
You
so.
know?
Yeah, I think that was one of the bigger things too. Yeah, because I remember, we went to the store and there was like everything was off the shelf.
Everybody was new gun buyers up in the store. Everybody.
Everybody.
There was a bunch, and they couldn't keep them on the shelves.
Yeah, and then everybody was stocking up on ammo, like fucking cases if they could, or
Yeah.
see, I know some guys were doing pallets,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh shit, like that was like you said, the paranoia.
That's something in history, bro. That we won't. I don't think we'll ever see again to that extreme that we'll live through. Possibly, hopefully not, right?
Right?
Yeah.
But if we do, I feel like maybe we'd be somewhat ready, right? Because I don't. Well, I wasn't ready for that. Nobody was ready for that. But do you think there was some people ready for it?
the preppers were probably fucking
Yeah,
living their life,
those kind of
best
people.
life and shit. You know darn well they were like,
They
hell
weren't
yeah, I
even
was ready.
I
stressing
told you,
or nothing.
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
telling you for years. You
Yeah.
thought I was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think those are probably the only people who weren't. Like, didn't have a care in the world about it, like, as far as that went.
I think that
Like, as far as resources, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And then I think too, it's crazy how, like, say me, like I said, my challenge was being disciplined, and I kind of slacked off on that savage mindset. There's some people out there where that is when they got their savage mindset. In the midst of that chaos is where they're like, let me hunker down. I can't control anything else.
I mean, what?
Hunker down.
isn't it bunker down?
I
That-
never
that
heard of
too.
hunker down. I heard of buckle down.
That all the
I gotta
above,
get my shit together.
all the above. They need to, you know what I mean? Get their shit together.
Those paws coming out you.
Yeah, get their shit together, and then they started working out. They started on a
Yeah.
diet because they're like, I can't change everything else going on in the world, but I'm gonna change. Like, I don't like the way I'm getting
Yeah.
overweight, because a lot of people gain COVID weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's some people that in the midst of that, they like built that mindset. So that props to them.
Yeah.
What are some positives you guys got out of it?
I gotta hang out with my best friend for all COVID.
I found out who my best friend was.
Found out my best friend was.
Our friendship did, what is it? Solidified during COVID?
Yeah.
For sure.
Positive, yeah. This guy, he never smiles like that. Anyways, yeah, no, I think positive.
Now that is true though, bro.
Like you found out who was kind of there for you and shit. Like,
That is like
Yeah,
as
or who
funny as
checks on you, like who was checking,
Yeah.
even if it's through a text, because you couldn't see nobody. So, but like even those people who would go and check on you, like, hey, you good? Do you need anything? Like, you know what I mean? There was times where I would send stuff to somebody, or somebody would send it to the house for, for us,
yeah,
and I would be like, oh, cool, thanks. You know what I mean? And it was like, but
or it was like, or even it was like, those are shortage of masks. Like, hey, we got extra masks, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody needs some. Like, okay. Or somebody
Yeah.
will hit us up like, hey, are you guys cool on toilet paper? We fucking seen some store that has a bunch.
Yeah.
Like, or just want to make sure, people who has your back and who doesn't.
yeah. Because I remember we got COVID. Like my whole family got COVID, and we got knocked down real bad. And like, obviously we can't go out. Like we were all of us were fucked up. And like my mom's church friends, like one day they all pulled they pulled up, like someone pulled up, and I was like, who's like, paranoia? She's like, who the fuck's in front of the house? But it was a church, like her church people that like knew that we got COVID. The whole family got COVID, so they ended up bringing like food and like pizza.
Resources.
Yeah, they just came, dropped it off, and left. But that was like, I was like, oh shoot, like they didn't have to.
Yeah.
Doing that,
You see some good in humanity.
yeah, you saw some good, like like who's kind of like there in the hard times, because that's when you really know who's there.
yeah,
And there's people that were like acting shady as shit when when it hit. So then you see like the positive of people. Not just like you saw the negative of people, but gotta look at the positives, right? That's one positive thing.
That is true though, like you said about building the friendships, because where like you said, we're at work, we're the only ones there, and it kind of seemed, well, for me, I can speak for myself, that I was like excited to go to work.
Yeah.
That was like kind of like COVID, the whole world's falling apart everywhere, but like you said, me and you going to work, talking shit, messing around,
Walking the yard.
you know what I mean, walking the yard, doing stuff that, you know what I mean, together, just bullshitting,
Fucking chasing the homeless
and
people out.
laughing, making the best of the situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd rather be at work than be at home.
Yeah.
Because at home, what are you doing? You're watching fucking the news. You're watching online. Although the numbers going up and this and that. There's a shortage of this. Nothing but negative shit.
Yeah.
But when we're at work, just playing basketball or like you said, walking the yard, fixing this, moving something that needed to be moved that hadn't been moved in years.
Yeah, making sure no one's stealing supplies and whatnot.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And even then, because I remember that our work started doing the food pantry. Remember? We started handing out boxes of food at the school sites.
yeah.
And I remember this motherfucker was trying to go hide, and I was like, nah, bro, let's go. Come on, like, be fucking productive and shit, bro. It's like, fuck, that's not my job. I was like, dude, get the fuck over here. Like, come on, let's do some good shit, like,
Yeah.
out of this. Like, come on, let's go. And I remember like going out and like helping out the families, and you'd see some of the families like actually thankful. You
Yeah.
know, some people didn't know how to drive, ran people over and shit. Robert.
I ran people over?
No, they ran you over. Remember?
Oh, they tried to.
They tried to. But yeah, stuff
Right.
like that. Like you'd see like. So I think that was another thing there that was kind of like interesting to see too, like how people were reacting during COVID.
Yeah.
Like you said, for example, you at first you're like, nah, fuck that, I don't want to go out there. I was like, dude, come on, stop, like, come on, let's
Yeah.
go, like, let's fucking go out there. And then like fucking all of a sudden, Robert's this big ass hero now at school and shit.
Big
Hell
ass
yeah.
hero. Nah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, but I did enjoy it. Like after you got me to go out there, and I like going back to I isolate myself.
Yeah.
And like you said, there might have been 5 people out there, but you want to go like, hey, let's see what they're doing, or let's see how they're doing. Right?
Yeah, because remember I'd go checking in on people.
Yeah, you'd see, hey, how you doing? Make sure everything's okay. And me, I'm like, I'm cool, isolating myself. So
Yeah.
you kind of got me out of that little bubble, I guess, that I put myself in. And then after, I was cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, because I remember. Yeah, that's right. It was like a couple of us, but it was like that's just mentally draining sometimes. Like, so like if they're like him, then fucking
Everybody's gonna be in the
everyone's their
bubble.
own little thing. So I was like, let's go check on this. Let's see what the fuck
He's
they're
the
doing.
glue that held everybody brought
Like,
everybody
let's go see
together.
what they're doing. Oh, hey, you good? Yeah. And then we end up, chopping it up or whatever.
Yeah.
And still, it was.
To this day, some of us say those COVID days were like some of the best times
Yeah, cause
at work.
Yeah, at
like
work.
that moment.
Yeah, because we like say it was different, and like I said, and that's a big ass place to be by yourself with 5 people.
Yeah.
School by yourself with 5 people, like every day for like say what was a year, like over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was a long time, and
Yeah.
it was like it was different, and even then like the transition from going from COVID to like everybody coming back was still like a big like.
Oh, bro, it was weird. There's people that you didn't even remember existed.
Yeah.
There's people I'm like, I don't even remember you. You used to work here?
Yeah.
And then some people gain weight, so you don't even recognize them. Some people lost weight,
Yeah.
and people are still wearing masks, so you forget what they look like.
Yeah. And for me, it
Or
was weird.
some people didn't even come back because they
Yeah,
passed
no
away.
Shit.
No, yeah, no, and it was weird because like I remember like some of the students they left as sixth graders because we were mid school year, and then they came back if they chose to come back. So they came back mid school year, eighth graders.
Yeah.
Like it was just so weird. Like, because to me, I saw them one day they were yay high.
Yeah.
The next day they're like taller than me or my height. I'm like whoa, like,
Well, that don't take much, but okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey man. They were shorter than me. You know what I'm saying? Like when they left, they were shorter. That's all I know. They came back
All
to
of a sudden
taller.
they came back, leveled up.
Leveled up. I was like, whoa, yeah.
They've been eating vegetables.
Yeah,
Or
bro.
even
Ah.
how how it changed too for the seniors at the high schools. They weren't even able to have a graduation ceremony. They had to
College
literally,
too, Jason.
yeah, they had to literally. I remember at Kaiser because that's when I was at Kaiser High School, and they literally were driving in. They did a drive-through to come and pick up, and they were out there with the intercom announcing their names.
Oh yeah,
And they're driving up, getting their
yeah. Because I remember
their stuff, but that's not the same. You
No,
know
it
what I mean?
wasn't.
You're in a car and rolling down your window, and somebody just handing it to you in the car.
Yeah, because
I was like, dang, that is so different.
it was. Because I remember
I remember the kids being all down about that.
Yeah, because like I said, we had our eighth graders and they were doing their promotion. I remember that, and it was that drive-through. We were
Yeah,
doing drive-through
yeah.
promotions, and it was like, oh yeah, we're doing drive-through promotions. So I remember two kids came, and by walking, and I was like, oh hey, like it was just drive-through. They're like, well, we don't have a car. Like, can we just get our diploma? Like our parents can't come, and we don't have. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? But we had golf carts. So I remember, like, I was like, well, we'll fucking take you. Like, we'll be your parent. Like, come on, hop in the golf cart. So I remember me, and then one of the other guys that had a golf cart. He took the other set of it was girls, and he took the other ones. And then we ended up rolling down. Like, if they were we were their parent in the drive-through. Like, and that memory always stuck with me and everyone was all like cheerful and excited. They're like, oh, you took them. I was like, well, I mean, they didn't have a car. I got 4 wheels. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not take them? Like, they came out here. They were just coming in for the diploma. And they expected not to get no applauses or nothing because they didn't have a car. So I was like, no, we'll take them. Like, it's just a ride. But I mean, to them, it meant a lot.
Yeah.
Because after that, they're all like thankful and like, oh, thank you. It means a lot. So
They
stuff
didn't
like
even
that.
expect it.
No, they didn't. And like I said,
Yeah.
nobody else would have probably like done that. Like, oh, just take them to the golf cart. I was like, so you want to go in the golf cart? Oh yeah, let's go. Fuck it, let's go. I mean, and it's still a car. And like I said, they were grateful about it. So that was a cool story. I always like think about about that. 'Cause
Yeah, that
shit
was
was tough.
crazy.
Yeah, working the graduations too. I remember that, like for the high schools, yeah, they did it at the Speedway, and yeah, it was like that drive-through. Like at least there was cool because they did a racetrack, but other people didn't have that option.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so it was, yeah, that shit was wild. It was crazy.
I think like one of the biggest takeaways from it is that you got to be adaptive.
Technology, bro.
Anything with new basically new technology, bro. New technology, new methods. Because look at how many businesses like mom and pops, brick and mortars that shut down because they weren't with the new system.
Yeah.
They weren't online,
Yeah.
or they didn't have Apple Pay, they didn't have a website, they weren't on Yelp.
Or delivery.
You know what I mean?
where you could
They didn't have
order to
delivery
deliver,
service. They didn't
yeah.
have anything. So and it's probably been running how many generations, and probably some of the best food, some of the best service, some of the best quality of products. But
Yeah.
because of that, they you know what I mean, couldn't make it past the pandemic.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's like you had to adapt to like using certain platforms. Like you said, like it was
Even like say Zelle, that's when that blew up. I think,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like cashless transactions, bro.
yeah,
Now everybody, and it made it possible. That's one of the positives, is it made it possible where everybody could hustle.
yeah,
Anybody
Yeah.
could sell anything now. You don't need a little card reader. If you don't have cash, whatever, hey, Zelle me.
Yeah.
Zelle me, whatever it is. Go ahead, Zelle this person, Zelle that person, and it was free.
yeah, yeah. No, like
I think that's pretty dope. Now looking, like at first initially I didn't trust it because I don't like that virtual money and all that. But now, I mean, I use it, and looking back, like a lot of people, it helped them hustle, helped them keep the lights on, it helped them even start businesses. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And to me, that's dope as fuck.
yeah. Like it also show that you can like, how do you say it, like adapt. Like I said, adapting and learning. Because
Yeah.
I know that some teachers retired because of that. I don't know if you remember that. Some
Oh
teachers
yeah, a lot
retired
of
because
people retired.
they couldn't adapt to going like learning that new wave
COVID
of
changed
yeah.
things.
Because then they would be like, oh, like I had to learn how to use Teams.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was around, but I didn't know how to use that shit. And I mean, my job, I didn't think I really needed it. But then slowly, like for little stuff here and there, we ended up using Teams. I'm like, oh shit, like, and I saw why teachers didn't want to because they were old school. And they was like, oh hey, we're gonna start in this room, and then we're gonna break out to a different room. And it's like, what do you mean breaking out to? We're going somewhere else, like, but we're
Yeah.
in online. You're like, what the fuck, like.
Yeah.
So I remember a lot of teachers did retire, and they didn't adapt to it,
Yeah.
and they left.
A lot of people. Yeah. A lot of people staff.
Yeah, because they couldn't. And like I said, I think that was one of the best times for people to learn how to like transition over to technology. It was forced.
Yeah.
It was forced, but if you were able to transition over, I think it was for the better, because you were able to learn new skills.
Yeah.
A new skill set of stuff.
Like you say, the world's spinning, you know what I mean? And if you don't adapt, if you're not willing to adapt with the times, you're going to get left behind.
Yeah.
Just like that, bro. Technology's so quick. In 1 year, you could just be so behind.
Yeah.
Or in that situation, that was so drastic.
So often.
That was so drastic that from a couple weeks, months maybe, if you weren't with it, you're going to get left behind and you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Or if you didn't know how to use a computer, like you better learn now.
Yeah.
You had to learn.
And people going to school, some people too, with the whole degrees, right?
Yeah.
They had to learn how to do nothing but online school.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. But what were you going to say?
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if you guys could go back and either tell your old self something, or maybe let's say a new scenario happens, you know, the people that are in the hurricanes, right? That's like I mean, obviously it's not the pandemic, but that's like a disaster going on in their area where it feels like everything's in shambles. You got to rebuild back up. They lost people, or, you know what I mean? Situations like that. What do you guys think now looking back, going through something like the pandemic? What was the takeaway? What would you guys tell your guys' old self, or tell somebody going through some type of disaster? Either one of you guys, or both of you guys first. Go ahead. Start with Sunshine.
I don't know. I just think like when going through something like that, I think unity helps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when people come in to pitch in, like, yeah, you can't help somebody in like that when people lose their homes and stuff like that. Of course, you know what I mean? People don't have the means to help them rebuild a home, obviously. But even if you like donate clothes, donate food, you know what I mean? Water, supplies. Like, to me, like any of those little things help out. And it goes a long way. So I think when a unity can come together, you know what I mean, as individuals, whether you're helping your neighbor next door or somebody down the street or a coworker or a stranger you see, you know what I mean? So I just think to be more, you know what I mean, like that, more giving, more helpful, not be so selfish and greedy, like me, what about me? What about my fridge? What about my supplies? Because you never know what somebody else like that is going through.
And that's beautiful too, because in the situation of a disaster, I feel like the way the world is, it's always dividing us.
Yeah.
And we don't help at that. We're always dividing ourselves. And like in a disaster like that, like it's beautiful what you said, because it doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat. It doesn't matter if you're what religion. Mm-hmm. If you don't have a religion, like we're kind of just all one. Human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see like people for what we all are essentially at our core, humans. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter what you believe in. You need something, let me help you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's fucked up that
it takes something like that.
It takes something that bad. Yeah, it takes something that bad for us to like put all our differences aside and shit.
Yeah.
And look at people for what they are and be able to help out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What about yourself?
I was gonna, kind of.
That's hard to follow up.
Well, no, kind of what she said though. Kind of like have maybe not have people you trust, I guess. Like people you can trust, and like that you know that you guys can rely on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess a team. I guess you want to put it that way. Like that when something like that, if something goes, you know, hits the fan, you're like a team that you know. Hey, dude, we gotta get together and like we don't have to say much, but we know what you know we need each other. You know, hey, dude, I got you, you got me, stuff like that. You know, kind of have those people, because when it hits, it's gonna hit, man. Like and. It's gonna sound, I don't know me, but like kind of have people like have some type of like preparation, like some type of plan and shit in your head, like.
Cause was it a contingency plan?
Kind of, yeah, something like that, like contingency plan, because you never know what's gonna happen. Like maybe have where you know where you're going, where you're meeting up, stuff like that. That sounds like doomsday prepper stuff though, but you know.
No, but even financially, have a savings account. Have some money, so you never know what could happen, and that could help in a certain situation.
Like I said, like those prepper people, I guess, like. But like I guess they have what is it, like precious metals and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like something to trade, I guess. I remember my brother during the total side note.
Total side note here, guys.
Side story. My brother was all.
We're gonna need one of these every episode now. You're getting us used to it.
My brother was all hyped because you know my brother. He's all into animals.
Which one? Okay.
Yeah, so he's all into animals, and at that time he's like, "See, guys, I always told you guys because we didn't have to buy eggs during that time, because my brother."
Fucking Noah's Ark and shit.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, we didn't have. He's like, if anything happens, we got chickens for days. He's like, he's over here hyped, and I was like, what the fuck, like, but at that. We made fun of him prior, but when that shit happened, all of a sudden it was like
Those chickens came
Hey,
in.
how many eggs we got?
yeah, how many eggs we got, bro? Like,
He's like, nah.
We got breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah,
Everybody eating.
Yeah, because remember people were selling eggs for like
Yeah.
expensive.
That is crazy.
It was
And
like-
some eggs you couldn't even find.
Yeah, and like I said, we had eggs, and we're like, oh, cool. We didn't have, like I said, struggle. So like I said, but we made fun of him. But at the end of the day, it was like, oh shit, like, hey, good looking out. Yeah, we got chickens, and we got all these, rabbits and shit. Yeah, cool, good looking out. That's what it says. Total side note. But I said,
Right.
have some type of plan, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know, stock
You?
up like on shit.
I would say looking at it like from the whole businesses that didn't you have to be willing to evolve. You know what I mean? With anything and be open-minded. Different scenarios, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
And look for the positive, or look what you could do with anything, even if it's not a whole country or a whole city disaster. Like even if your world is fucking crashing down, don't look at it like it's going down. Look at how can you bring it back up.
Yeah.
Like what can you do for the positive?
Yeah.
What can you do? It sounds stupid, but it's like we're trained. Our brains are like trained to always look at the worst, the negative. What's going down?
Yeah.
When the ship's going down, you're like, fuck, it's going down. Instead of figuring out how you get the water out, you stay there watching the water just fill up the boat instead of trying to do something about it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I think. I think just what can you do? Like if I could go back, and if I had to go through COVID again, man, I would do it way different. I wasted too much time just drinking, and just wasting fucking time thinking it's a long vacation. You know what I mean? And just not doing shit. Not doing shit, just barbecuing all day, drinking. Now, if I could go back, I probably would try to either go to school, read some
Yeah,
fucking
but when
books.
you think about that though, that's about when you made your home gym.
Well, I made it right before. Yeah.
Yeah. So that came in handy though.
Yeah.
There's times where that did come in handy because you would be out there when the gym closed down for everybody, you were in the garage working out still.
Renting out my gym. Keep on the low.
Right? But I mean, so you know what I mean?
No, but I mean, I guess just looking, I felt like I always could do more.
Yeah.
Like I could have not drank as much and just party and just kind of like, oh, it's a free pass to do whatever the fuck you want today.
Yeah.
Instead, I should have put my time and effort into learning some type of skill.
Oh, yeah.
Because look at it, you had a whole year off to learn some
Being
fucking new
hungover
skill.
every day.
No, but I could have learned a new skill, learn a new language, do some type of investing, read some books. You know what I mean? Work on myself more.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't work on myself at all, but towards the end maybe I did, but I guess everything happens for a reason. But yeah, if I could go back, that's what I would do. Just try to look at the positive, try to look at what you can do for your situation, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
That's what I think. How did COVID challenge you to become a savage in your lifestyle?
You crying?
Huh?
Are you crying?
Oh no, my
Oh.
eyes.
How did
eyes
how
are
did
crazy.
how did COVID challenge you to get a savage habit or make a savage change or do something?
I don't know.
About yourself?
I don't know.
I think I told you though, like learning how to adapt to like different like tech.
Yeah.
Like I know people always say, "Oh, technology is bad," but it's not always bad if you know. So and sometimes you're gonna have to
Yeah.
learn how to use it, adapt, evolve. You know, that's when I
Evolve or die.
yeah like I said, I just learned how. Yeah, you had to learn how to. I think that's one thing that like changed. Like you had to learn to evolve
Yeah.
because if not, you were kind of stuck there. Like I said, I had COVID, so that shit fucked me up. So yeah,
Yeah. I think it just reminded me though of how, like that, things could just change
yeah,
in the world, because that was a whole worldwide pandemic.
yeah.
So it was just crazy how from one minute to the next, everything could just change. You get up and go to work to have a routine, and all of a sudden you didn't have no routine no more. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
think like sometimes we take things for granted like that. Having that every day, doing this or doing that, and then or seeing so and so and being able to see so and so, and then not having it at all.
Yeah. It made us all realize how much of life we don't have control of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you know we like to think we have control of shit, and we're all on the same fucking boat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we were just for the ride.
Huh?
There we were there for the ride for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, but some
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's just some people, they did look at the positive. They did build businesses. They did like come out better.
Yeah.
I think too, isn't that about the time too when a lot of businesses, like people were at home doing stuff,
Yeah,
like more independent
yeah.
businesses
They
that
started
people still
building
have
their
still
own
now.
brands.
Yeah.
Whether it's like
'Cause they're
making some
trying to
type
make
of
money.
food. There's a lot of what is it like those food trucks that started.
Yeah.
They started selling plate sales from their house, and
Yeah.
they blew up, and now they're businesses. So it's crazy that, and that would have never happened if COVID wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
And then somebody else who had businesses, multiple stores, maybe got shut down because they couldn't adapt.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But that's the whole point of the podcast, is that we're trying to tell you guys that you got to adapt, and you got to, right now is the time to build the savage mindset, to work on yourself. Do it right now while you can, because life is sooner or later it's going to hit you. Maybe it's not another pandemic, but
life happens.
But life's going to happen. You're going to lose people. You know what I mean? You're going to get sick. You're going to have setbacks. That's guaranteed. I promise you that. It just matters how you're going to navigate them. You're going to come out bigger, better, smarter person. You know what I mean? More wisdom, or you're going to let it just crumble you.
You're just gonna throw yourself on the
You're
floor.
you're just gonna let it drag you around, or you're gonna do something about it. So that's the message we got for today. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys stay fucking savage. And yeah, get after it, y'all. Appreciate you guys. Peace.
Peace.